Hi everyone, it's Dr. Ramani. Welcome back to the 30 Days of Narcissism. Today we're going to talk about one of those very popular traits of narcissism, vanity. Before we move on, please hit the bell below, become a subscriber. You'll keep getting notifications not only about the 30 Days of Narcissism, but about ongoing narcissistic abuse, narcissism, and narcissistic personality disorder content. So let's talk about vanity. I mean, this is one of those sort of low-hanging fruits of narcissism. Everyone assumes narcissists are vain. They put a lot of time and money into their appearance, whether it's potions, lotions, makeup. It could go as far as cosmetic surgery, cosmetic dentistry, lots of time spent at the gym. Remember, narcissism's very much about superficiality. It's about the image that's put out to the public. Because when you think about it, the narcissist craves and thrives on validation. So they're always putting out a framework that's going to garner lots of validation from the world. And what better way to do that than being very attractive? Now, it's not just their physicality that they're focusing on. It may also be how they dress. Designer labels, really fancy watches and fancy jewelry, and really, colorful, attention-seeking clothing or attention-grabbing clothing. And it may even be inappropriate clothing, things that are very low cut or very high cut or really tight that show off these really buffed up bodies in the case of many narcissists. Now, are all narcissists sort of fashion plates and fashion models? Absolutely not. I'm sure you can think of more than a few very famous narcissists that you're like, yeah, no, not feeling the sexy there. Vanity is not just that somebody looks good by societal standards. It's that they care about everything, the way everything looks. So if it's not their face, if it's not their clothes, if it's not their body, it may be their home. It may be their car. It may be other things that they manifest to the world that they keep at an absolutely perfect and impeccable level, at least by their standards. So it's amazing that what you'll see is that even a person who doesn't have much, they'll take what little they have and pour it into their appearance. It may come out looking vulgar, but as far as they're concerned, if it's getting attention, then it's giving them the air that they breathe. One of the frustrations about vanity is that if you're in a relationship with somebody who's narcissistic, they may expect you to look a certain way as well, which is why it's not uncommon, and more than a few women who've been in relationships with narcissistic men have told me this, that man will pick out what they wear, or insist that they dress a certain way, or will purchase them things with the intention of them wearing them so they look a certain way to the world. A narcissistic parent may do that to a child. Dress the child up like a little doll so that child can manifest a certain look to the world. Or if they have a child who's unusually beautiful, they may even use that as a way to garner admiration for themselves. And sometimes you'll even see this in worlds of pageantry where children are made up and blown out and wearing little costumes so that they can be in beauty pageants or other kinds of contests that draw attention only to that child's appearance. So when you're in a relationship, whether it's a familial relationship, an intimate relationship, that vanity can spread to you. And if you don't look a certain way, don't be surprised if that partner suggests even more heavy-handed stuff. It's not unusual, for example, for a narcissistic guy to suggest to a female partner, hey babe, maybe you want to get a new rack or something like that. And before you know it, he's offering to share the cost or split the cost of you getting new breasts or other parts of your body or face. And this is certainly not limited to heterosexual relationships. Many in lesbian couples, in gay couples, again, a focus on looking a certain way, dressing a certain way, choosing a partner on that basis. Those are the kinds of those are the kinds of issues that vanity will pull for, whether these are regardless of the nature of the relationship. And this can happen at any age. This is not just a young person's game. It could very well be an older narcissistic man insisting that his partner be much, much younger and attractive so that he can get the admiration and validation that he thinks the world is going to accord him because he has such a young and attractive partner. So the vanity can make it very difficult to create any kind of real intimacy with a person. When the conversation is always about how someone looks, what someone wears, things that they own, things that belong to them, it really makes it hard to go deep, to talk about things like feelings, goals, meaning, purpose. That stuff definitely loves to get bought. That kind of stuff definitely gets left by the wayside, so that the conversation can veer more into the lane of designer labels and did you get the car detailed. So vanity is one of those qualities. In fact, ironically, vanity is in fact one of the deadly sins. So it's interesting to me that it makes an appearance here in sort of one of the indicators of narcissism. It's something that can feel really kind of gross in a relationship, but it's also something that you can miss early on. In the early phases of a relationship, particularly if you're being love bombed, it's not unusual to get lost in the vanity of it all. Your partner looks so handsome. It's fun. It's fun to get dressed up and go out on a date. It can be exciting to have somebody give you gifts in the form of new clothing or new jewelry. And it can take a minute before you realize that what's happening is that this relationship is more about what's Instagrammable than what's actually happening in the relationship. Vanity plays beautifully on social media and in other places you might post images or videos of your relationship. Where vanity doesn't play well is when emotional needs need to be met, when real things start happening in a relationship, and when you want to start having conversations of depth and purpose. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the bell. Please subscribe. You'll get notifications. You'll get more content, more 30 Days of Narcissism. And as a reminder, I have a new book coming out. It's called Don't You Know Who I Am? How to Stay Sane in an Era of Narcissism, Entitlement, and Incivility. And if you pre-order the book on Amazon, I will send you a handwritten note, and I will sit down on my back porch all summer if I have to, if I sell enough books, handwrite you a note thanking you personally for ordering the book. There's directions below for how you can go ahead and submit that for us to get that out to you. So thanks again for tuning in. We look forward to bringing you more of the 30 Days of Narcissism.